Good morning, folks, and welcome back to When the Dust Settles. My name is Pico Conway. I've been away from When the Dust Settles for a little bit now because I have other things going on. You know, this is a one-man show. We try to grow this channel, and we are very satisfied with where we are right now. If you're not subscribed to our channel, we ask you to please subscribe to our channel. I think right now we got 115 subscribers. That is great news for us because when we compare with other channels who are all started at the same time, we think we are making a great progress. Our viewership is increasing. Our subscribers numbers are going up, and so we are very happy with it. But when you are not subscribed to this channel, please click that subscribe button, share our video, and also like our video. Today we're going to be talking about boxing, the biggest boxing match of our century, or the biggest boxing match of our history. Oleksandr Usyk from the UK is going to be fighting Tyson Fury. And I can say this, right? I will tell you who I think going to win this fight. Keep watching. If you're not watching our previous video, because some of the things I'm going to be saying in this video, I already said in our previous video. I make a video when Francis Ngannou dropped Tyson Fury in his last fight. I said Tyson Fury won that fight despite the fact that that Francis Ngannou put on a good fight. That last fight with Francis Ngannou, I think, is going to prepare Tyson Fury for the fight with Oleksandr Usyk. Equally so, Oleksandr Usyk last fight with Du Bois, I think where Du Bois knocked Oleksandr Usyk fight, but the blow that knocked Usyk down or took Usyk down was deemed illegal, and the ref gave Oleksandr Usyk time to recover, and Oleksandr Usyk came back and beat Du Bois. Those two last fights between the two guys prepared them for this fight. So at the end of this video, which is going to be in 15 minutes, not going to be long, don't click away. Make sure you watch to the end, subscribe, like, share before you leave. Those two last fights between the two guys, Oleksandr Usyk against Du Bois, Tyson Fury against Francis Ngannou. You know Francis Ngannou was beat by, what's his name? Joshua in Joshua's last fight. Well, what I'm trying to say, the last two fights between these two great fighters prepare them for this fight that's going to be happening tomorrow night or tomorrow in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I think it's going to be at the Kingdom Arena. I'm not sure, but that's the place those guys fight the last time. When I say those guys, I mean Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury. So Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury is coming into the fight at his lightest weight. He's going to be at his lightest weight in this fight. You know, Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder 3 times, and all those times he was very heavy. Now he says he's coming down, and Leonard Lewis is saying that he's concerned that Tyson Fury lightweight in this fight is a concern. I don't know how concerning is it, but yeah, what's going to happen, all right? Tyson Fury at 6'9" is going to use his jab more. He's a heavy puncher, but he's also a good, he jabs very well. Oleksandr Usyk on the other side, he's a master tactician. He can use his leg very well. He's agile, his agility going to help him. So he's going to move around the ring very effectively, like the way he did against Anthony Joshua when he defeated Anthony Joshua twice. Great boxer like Anthony Joshua was defeated 2 times by Oleksandr Usyk. So Oleksandr Usyk, his road to victory will be to continue to move around and give Tyson Fury a lot of things to think about. And I think what Oleksandr Usyk from Ukraine is going to be doing most is this, or what he's going to be looking at. The last fight the fight that Tyson Fury had with Wallen, You remember the fight with Wallen when Tyson Fury had that very huge cut on his face, and they were almost about to stop the fight. But Tyson Fury is a guy who is good, who is very, very good, skilled at resurrecting. When you think he's down and done, Tyson Fury is coming right back with counter punches, fighting back. Remember the fight with Deontay Wilder. The first fight, he was knocked down, I think, in the 10th or 11th round. He resurrected and came back. The third fight, he came back and won the fight. The third fight, he was knocked down, I think, in the second or third round by Deontay Wilder, the bomber. Tyson Fury came back and won that fight. So Tyson Fury is a guy who is good at what I describe as resurrection. You know how Lazarus, who the Christians believe, Jesus resurrected Lazarus. I hope I'm still remembering my fundamental Christian values. Lazarus was resurrected by Jesus Christ. So Tyson Fury is good at resurrection. He was knocked down multiple occasions, but he came back and not just end the fight, but win the fight. Even his last fight against Francis Ngannou from Cameroon, he came back and won that fight. He was knocked down, but he got back on his feet. So the key to winning for both sides, Oleksandr Usyk from Ukraine has to keep on moving around the ring. He got to keep on moving around the ring. He should not allow Tyson Fury to continue to cut the ring off for him. He has to watch the fight between Tyson Fury and Wallen. I know you just saw the last fight, that the fight before Anthony Joshua beat Francis Ngannou was with Wallen. And how do you call it? That was the same night that Deontay Wilder lost to Parker, Joseph Parker from the UK. The fight with Wallen that Anthony Joshua won, or the fight with Wallen between Wallen and Tyson Fury, Usyk got to watch that fight. He has to watch that fight because in that fight, Wallen fought Tyson Fury very, very effectively, very, very efficiently. So if Oleksandr Usyk can watch that fight, which of course I'm sure his scam did watch that fight, he can see that how the smaller man was able to push Tyson Fury almost to the point of winning the fight. If they are called off that fight because of the gash over Tyson Fury's head, Wallen would have won that fight. So as I said, what my prediction is, let me hold on to my prediction first. You know, boxing and every other sport is unpredictable. Everything we're talking about right now, Wallen against Fury, the Boss against Oleksandr Usyk, Joshua against Francis Ngannou, Tyson Fury against Wallen, Tyson Fury against Klitschko, Joshua against Ruiz. All those fights are things of the past. What you did in the last fight has nothing to do with the fight that is going to be taking place tomorrow or today. Why it's good that we can use the guy's resume, yesterday's resume, to predict what's going to be happening in the future, it just doesn't pan out that way. So what I'm going to say about who's going to win this fight is, there are certain things that each fighter needs to do. Tyson Fury, for his part, needs to keep his job because he's 6'9", and he's a bigger man. He got to keep his job and make sure that he keep Usyk at a distance all the time, jabbing, keep it Usyk at a distance. Usyk, on the other hand, cannot just run into, closing the gap between he and Tyson Fury. No, he got to do what he does well against the bigger man. Moving around, using his feet, to move around. Don't allow Tyson Fury to cut the ring for him. He has to keep moving and tire Tyson Fury out in the in the 36, if it will go 36 minutes. Make sure you can tire Tyson Fury out. He should not look for a knockout punch against Tyson Fury. I know it's possible, but it's something that's going to be very difficult to do. So he got to move around. He's agile. That's one of his good skills that he has developed, moving around. That's how he did against Joshua in the two fights between he and Joshua. So I think he has to move around the ring, put a lot of doubt in Tyson Fury's head, and then go in, close the gap, go in when he has a clear opportunity that he knows he's going to land good punches against Tyson Fury. He got to move around because he should try not to make Tyson Fury's job to keep him away. Moving around the ring, coming in, kind of punching, if at all. He knows that he's not going to get jammed up in that situation. So what I'm going to be looking for in this fight between the two guys is I'm going to be looking for how Fury is going to react in this fight, because after his last fight with Oleksandr, with Francis Ngannou, he didn't look himself. He did not look himself. He did not look the Tyson Fury who come out gun blazing, in attack mode, wanting to win the fight. He did not come out like that. Some people, some pundits and prognosticators and boxing experts were saying that because he just underestimated Francis Ngannou in that fight, and that's why he came out that way, nonchalant, not interested, and just thought you were going to walk over and knock Francis Ngannou out, like the way Joshua did against Francis Ngannou in just 2 rounds of the last fight that Joshua had with Francis Ngannou, and Joshua knocked Francis Ngannou out in no time. Maybe that's what Tyson Fury felt. So because of that, people want to see how Tyson Fury is going to react. My own thing is Tyson Fury has to relax himself and fight his best fight. Fight the way he has been fighting before. Prepare to fight. Oleksandr Usyk on the other hand has to come and fight his best fight. The way he fight against Joshua, that's how he has to fight. Because why I'm saying he has to fight the way he fight against Joshua, because Joshua is a very classic fighter. While it's true that he lost to Andy Ruiz and he lost to Oleksandr Usyk in 3 losses, he's a very good fighter. Now you can see how he's fighting. He has used those losses to make himself a better fighter. Most fighters now don't want to lose boxing, because in boxing, once you lost 1 or 2 times, you are done. 1 or 2 times you are done, or let's say 2 or 3 times, you are done. Now, but that was not the case before. Great fighters like Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Tony Lisbon, these guys lost fights, but they were still good fighters. Maybe the only fighter in my lifetime, I'm 55 now, who I know that they didn't lose any fight was Floyd Mayweather. Maybe that's the only fighter I know who had not lost fight. But even Canelo Alvarez lost 2 fights. But Canelo Alvarez now, I can say he's one of the best boxers in modern history. So the fight between Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury, my prediction is the fighter who's going to utilize his skills, be relaxed, taking advantage of his opponent, shortcomings, is the fighters that are going to win. I'm not in the business of saying this guy is going to win, this guy is going to lose, because all of these things we say, those are fights that pass. We depend on the fight that passed to say that Tyson Fury was going to beat Francis Ngannou. Yes, he did beat Francis Ngannou, but he left the ring with many people doubting that fight was even supposed to be given to be given to Tyson Fury. Usyk, on the other hand, his last fight with the boys, Many people felt that that fight supposed to have gone to both way because the knockdown that the referee ruled as low blow was later found out to be a legitimate punch. So now the only thing I can tell you right now, as somebody who has been following boxing for the last 40 years, I will tell you this. You can't say who's going to win. Just watch the fight until it's over. Then you will say who's going to win. Because we can't continue to use people to resume, the past, what they did in the past, to think that's what they're going to do in the future. It's hard to do. So I think that both fighters are going to put on a good fight. That's the only thing. It's going to be a good fight. Or it might be a good fight. It might not be a good fight. It might end the first, second, or third round. Nobody knows that. But there's going to be one of the biggest fights. And we hope it lives up to that, to that description. Folks, if you're not already subscribed to When the Dust Settles, my name is Pico Conway, and I encourage you to subscribe to our channel. We know this video is very long, about 15 minutes. But we know that this fight is coming, or it's going tomorrow. So I just want to do this video to give you my perspective on who I think going to win the fight. I don't know who's going to win the fight, but I can say this: the fight between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk is going to be, something that everybody wants to watch, and it's happening in Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, at the Kingdom Arena. Folks, until tomorrow, until next time, let's keep the soccer and the sport passion continue on the floor. Have a great day. Bye for now.